I know this annoys some of you guys, but I apologize in advance. Welcome back to a drama so cooked. Even that forgotten fry under the air fryer subscribed. In today's video, it seems we have a follow-up from good old Saint going over the situation of 3.5. He's responding to the backlash. Looking at that dislike ratio, obviously people aren't taking too kindly to what he has to say. We're gonna go over it together. I don't think there's much to talk about before going into this. I'll just kind of give a little bit of context, I suppose, for those of you that don't know. Basically, Saint said that the story has some issues. Now, the one issues that I can definitely get behind is the lack of skip button in certain cutscenes. I think one should always be free to skip whenever they want. And also some instances within the story doesn't allow you to teleport away from the story and take a pause, maybe if you want to explore or do something different. Now, that's something I can agree with him there, but in the rest of the stuff, it's all a matter of perspective and taste, and that was his own, and that's fair. However, the issue with Saint is obviously the mannerism and the messaging, of course, and more dangerously, the aggression against anybody with a different taste and perspective as his own. Therefore, people can respect his tastes and perspective, but he's not doing the same. Therefore, people are just going to do the same to him, and it's going to create this cluster whatever. And also, more dangerously, is that through this, Saint is trying to create the general consensus of his take and his perspective is the thing to be had towards the story, or you just don't know better. And obviously, people aren't necessarily going to take kindly to that because, well, I for one enjoyed the story. A lot of people have enjoyed the story, and it just didn't happen to be the case for him, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But once again, it's a matter of mannerism, and in classic Saint fashion, this is always why we're here. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss any updates.
I guess I better go subscribe to VXV Gotcha.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
we
man.
are back at it again, and
Yeah,
it is
we
time
are, it
for
seems.
a very, very, very fun discussion over here about something that I like to call astroturfing and a thing that I like to call LARPing. Because we've seen a lot of astroturfing and we've seen a lot of LARPing when it comes to the Wuthering Waves 3.5 story. And the issue today over here is
So if I enjoy it, I'm LARPing. And this word again. Oh my God. Blech.
there are legitimate downvoters of my video. I went into this understanding that this was going to be a divisive video, but it is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I knew it was going to be a popular topic. Because the real issue regarding this quest is very, very, very simple. There are a lot of defenders for it. I made a critical video about Wuthering Waves 3.5, and there are a lot of defenders for it. And you can see over here, this dislike ratio is pretty crazy. And there's been a lot of Twitter posts, a lot of actual comments made regarding this video that...
And I think he knows this is coming too. I think he knows that as well. Like, obviously. Like, Saint is not stupid. Like, you can say whatever you want about the guy, but he's not stupid. He knows this is coming. Let's look at maybe the first comment. Comment section is getting expanded by more astroturfers lying about the story, just like the ones shown in this video. I'm not surprised. People don't understand. The drama doesn't break Unk's career. Drama makes Unk's career. Tectone's third sequence node. Okay, I'm kind of looking forward to that one. But anyway, let's see. Let's continue. Some find it enjoyable, some find it okay, and some hate it. Normal gotcha experience. I know, this is like as fair as a take. Don't treat the people who follow you like astroturfers. I don't agree with most of your takes on the story. You really struggle to adapt to new approaches to the game. Even so, I appreciate that you don't pretend to like a specific aspect of something that you don't like the game itself. I'll keep disliking the videos where I think you deserve it, just as I'll keep liking the ones where you do a good job. Lenox 188, freaking based Giga Chad. But yeah, I think all in all, the comment section is okay. Oh no, not this again. Removing comments you don't like and don't agree. Yeah, so I think I was just about to say it, and this man Rolly says it too. I think some comments are being removed, which I think is in true YouTube fashion. You kind of have to. I'm hearing that's the positive thing. If you're a YouTuber and you get a lot of, let's just say some feel like a brigading type of negative comments, you kind of have to, hide the user from the page. Unfortunately, that's what I'm hearing people should do. I don't like to do it, but sometimes you kind of have to, because some people, they don't want to have a conversation. They're just here looking for problems. They just want problems.
There was LARPing. There's also brigading. And I'm here.
Yeah, there's going to be some brigading. I think it's obvious that there is indeed some brigading. But see, it's very hard to feel bad for Saint specifically when I'm not excusing the behavior. I'm just saying that when it's done to someone who has taken advantage of this brigading type of behavior within the space, I mean, if you do unto others, you should expect it to be done unto you. I just that's why you should always do good, because karma is quite the fascinating thing, isn't it?
So the first thing that I want to address first is this
Oh, hey, that's me again.
take, because this is probably the most popular one that's come out of the comment section of this video.
I think Past V is helping him out here, because I'm like, oh no, don't do this.
We've got Yanga over here, who's basically known as one of my haters, basically known as somebody that is, like, you can call them like a snark at this point, I guess. Basically following every single one of my actions.
I don't go to Twitter, and I don't like this whole dynamic of hate and stuff like that. Anyway, Saintontas is not crying because people dislike his video and are calling him out for deleting any negative comment under his video and for his fragile ego. That's not necessarily fragile ego. Could be the case. I can't necessarily confirm. But one thing is for certain, removing comments is a YouTuber move that is required for the business. So that's what I'm hearing. He is literally the same as the people he criticizes. Merk engine is ad. So they have fragile egos too. I guess we all have fragile egos, I guess. Anyway.
To paint them in the most negative light possible. And this is the misinformation that they're peddling today. Saint is now crying because people dislike his video and are calling him out for deleting any negative comments under his video and for his fragile ego. So this is the comment. I deleted this one because this is not what the original comment said. You can see in 7 minutes ago, it says parentheses edited. That's because the comment...
I'll trust Saint on this one as far as I can throw. I don't know about this one. Saint is a master of painting, you know, and strawmanning. When it comes to when he's on the defense, Saint is capable of everything. Considering the situation, that doesn't mean I don't trust Saint as a person. It just means that in certain situations like this one, I'll trust Saint as far as I can throw him. I don't know, but I'll take what he's gonna say right now with a huge grain of salt.
Did not say this shit. They were not calling me out for deleting comments. They did not provide any proof. And the end result is that they edited their comment afterwards to imply that I was deleting them after they got hidden.
So the commenter himself took a screenshot because no one else can take a screenshot if they were hidden. Okay.
Because that's how YouTube's hiding system works. I can even show it to you as like an example over here. Sorry, Snake. I'm not doing this on purpose. If I were to hide this user from the channel, they'd be able to see this comment still. Edit it.
Yeah, that's kind of the power of getting banned on YouTube. Like, you don't even know you're banned. That's the best system ever. I love that.
Anything, but nobody else will. And so this individual got blocked because they posted a dumbass comment that wasn't this, edited it afterwards, and then said I was deleting people's comments.
Whatever you say, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Let me see if this one is good or not. Explain where I'm wrong, bans anyone who proves I'm wrong. Where does the comment explaining how you misinterpret the Steam numbers go under your live stream VOD? People will not engage with you because you ban everyone who proves you wrong because of your fragile egos, just like Gotcha Smacks. Your channel is full of your glazers. That's bannable too. I think that's bannable too, considering this is the type of brigaders you don't want. Because obviously these are the ops. You'd ban this too. I'd ban him. I mean, am I crazy? So what is he trying to paint here? Like he didn't ban him because of this? No, you'd ban him for this. I'd ban him for that. Because I'm in defense mode, you know? I'm on defense. Like, and obviously this one is like, your channel's full of glazers, bans everyone who proves them wrong, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my gosh, get the fuck out of my face. Because I'm in defense mode. Like, if I'm not in defense mode, I'm more tolerant towards comments like this. I am. I mean, we all know I am. I'm probably the most tolerant YouTuber in the space. I am. I'm the most tolerant CC up in this bitch. But when it gets too much, I feel like I don't have to deal with certain things. Like a button can help me clear my mind, and it enables me to have a lighter load on my shoulder due to the takes I've given. So yeah, there's some responsibility there too, man. That's why I'm tolerant. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, these guys are not coming at me for free. Like, they're coming at me because I did ruffle their feathers. I do have myself to blame for that.
Where does the comment explaining how you misrepresent the Steam numbers go? It's right here. The comment talking about Steam player count numbers is actually on the video. I took a screenshot of this one yesterday. I can't find it now because there are 1,200 comments on the video. Like, there's a lot of 1,200 of them. You can go find it yourself if you want.
Okay, so we can look for it. We can look for it. Let's do it. Shit. We like to be thorough. We like to be journalistic in some of these situations. Ah, there he is. David Pogu. David Pogu. Yeah, he's right. He's right. All right, we got him.
It's still actually there on the video.
Yeah, he's right. It's right here in 4K. Yep, right here. Yo, this comment is stated in your video found it. Oh, there it is. Grand Audion, my man. We see you, boy.
So that's the thing. They misfired twice. But guys, there's another thing going on with this comment over here. And there's another reason why it's getting deleted. This comment was older than 7 minutes old. It was like 2 or 3 minutes old. and it had around 6 or 7 likes before I deleted it. And I noticed a trend. I was getting a lot of comments that were accusing me of deleting comments.
There they are
that
in
would
chat.
be posted 1 minute ago and then have 6 likes on them somehow. Guys, that means that there were over 6 people or 6 accounts camping the new comment section of my video to upvote every single comment saying that I was deleting videos.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if that was the case, by the way. Yeah.
So you can kind of guess the same conclusion, right? It's literally a group of like 3 fucking losers, like 3 or 4 fucking losers that are all like
Sorry, 6 or 7 losers. That's right.
deleting their own comments, sending them to each other, like fucking posting dumb shit that gets deleted and then claiming I'm deleting stuff, while all upvoting each other the second their comments are posted. And so
Yes.
you know what I did? I banned all of them.
Based. That's what you should do.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I banned every single comment that I was seeing getting 6 likes in 1 second. And if you're a content creator, you should probably be banning any account that's getting this much immediate support from your haters.
Yeah, because you're obviously being brigaded by a group, a small group that have nothing better to do than do that. That should probably that's kind of they're lost souls. They're kind of what gives the gacha community a bad name. They need our help. We need to help them and not enable them.
Because that means your ass is getting brigaded and you should probably delete all the people that are brigading your video.
Yes.
Which is what I did, and here's the proof of it. So that is going to be the first bit of misinformation regarding this video, settled right off the bat. No, Saint isn't going around deleting comments proving him wrong. Saint is deleting comments that are verifiably, provably getting brigaded and banning the brigading users from his channel.
Okay.
And this is pretty much...
We'll trust him on this one because I haven't seen this with my own eyes, but I would not be surprised if this was something that was happening. We'll take his word for it again.
all the evidence.
But considering what he's presenting so far, like this comment here, you know what? Anything's possible because I can already hear some Saint haters going, oh, well, because he knows he's using this comment as an example, that's why he stopped hiding it, So, I'll just settle in the middle and go, I'll just take his word for it. And that's
that
it.
anybody needs when you see a comment like this in your newest comment, in the newest part of your channel history, which is how I saw it.
But I would not be surprised to see this behavior being thrown at him because it is the internet. I mean, are we surprised to see this happen?
Yenga, right, had another comment talking about me deleting them. This was another similarly brigaded post. Oh, wait, no, this is the exact post that we were talking about over here. Someone made a follow-up response that was filled with the same exact misinformation, talking about the soldiers dying and all of that stuff, so this comment was deleted. Yep, because you can see it over here. I rewatched the cutscene and the dialogue afterwards to confirm you are 100% lying out of your ass. We saw the proof of it today. This is another comment that I deleted from the channel.
Okay.
Because it's just filled with lies and misinfo, right? If there are people incorrectly summarizing the fucking story in my comment section and then using it to attack me, I'm gonna go delete that shit. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Okay, let's see here. That's not a Deus Ex Machina. She may have stopped the floating island, but literally the next scene, in the next cutscene, there's Muyu saying the time has come, so it didn't stop him at all because he was literally able to... I'm with him there. That was not a Deus Ex Machina. Sure, that was not a Deus Ex Machina. That's not what... I can see what he's trying to paint, but it doesn't click. It just doesn't click to me too. Because he was literally able to achieve what he wanted. And no people in the background after you transition after the cutscene are still dying. You can literally see it in the background. See in the sides. I don't know about people dying. I think now people stopped dying after... Zero Swamp Thing soldiers are seen dying on the screen. She literally ends the battle and transitions to... No, she doesn't end the battle, but she definitely gets the battle under control. Because I think I can still see, there's stuff going on, and she's holding on the stuff there. But then again, she should have ended the battle there because, goddamn, like what a descent, like goddamn. But it didn't fix the problem. It fixed the subplot of the NPCs. And that's it. Like she was a hero. She was like a Vegeta attacking Cell to make him lose focus so that Gohan can, finish him off. That's not a Deus Ex Machina. There's just a strong character enabling the hero to do what they need to do.
Maybe someone can explain it to me. That's going to be that situation.
Okay, so hold on. What he say? You're also again insinuating a Deus Ex Machina has to end the entire conflict. She single-handedly wins the battle after the transition to the final fight. Just because she doesn't kill the weekly boss doesn't mean she wasn't a Deus Ex Machina. But what if it's the character that's just powerful because that's how the plot is set up? Because of the thematics of the character in itself. Would that make it a Deus Ex Machina too? Like, I'm not that much of a storyteller, I'm not understanding too much of that, but I think I could... And I like to make things simple. But the fact is, okay, so say, for example... the fusion dance in Dragon Ball, is that a Deus Ex Machina? It's like, oh, we're in trouble, we can just throw the fusion. But sometimes the fusion doesn't work. It's not enough power to finish it off, It's like what we seen with I don't know if you guys watched Dragon Ball Super. Shit, even Vegito, even though he owned Super Buu, he wasn't able to finish the fight. That wasn't necessarily a Deus Ex Machina. It was a necessary power up to finally give the heroes space where they can navigate the problem further because they were that much in that much of a pinch. You know what I mean? Which I guess can be considered some degree of Deus Ex Machina. It just doesn't, because like when people, I think this is okay. I think I see where this is happening. This is happening because people like to throw Deus Ex Machina for a negative thing when the entire conflict is resolved. Like the heroes win completely through a ass pull, right? Kind of like Jotaro versus Dio, right? Like it turns out Star Platinum could stop time and move in time all along. We just didn't know, and Jotaro didn't know. But when he tried, it turns out he could do that. He just didn't know. But considering the timing in which it was shown, it comes off very strongly. And considering it allowed him to win the fight, it comes off as a Deus Ex Machina, right? Sure. Because he stopped time. That was insane. It allowed him to get out of, basically he lost. He was going to get crushed. He got out of there because of the fact that he tried to stop time and he succeeded. And it turns out that his stand could do that all this time. He just didn't know. And because of the way that what enabled him to just completely dominate the fight afterwards, because what happened next, he crushed his legs and Dio tried to trick him in true Dio fashion. It backfired and he lost. So Jotaro wins through the Deus Ex Machina, but one may not consider the Deus Ex Machina because it's like, it was always there. He just didn't try. You know what I'm saying? It's like he can give, but considering how it went, it's more so a Deus Ex Machina than not a Deus Ex Machina. For example, the fusion dance, like I said, for example, in Dragon Ball, the fusion doesn't strike me. For example, Gogeta just violating Janemba makes it a bit of a Deus Ex Machina, right? But considering the presentation, I feel like foreshadowing is very important to Deus Ex Machinas. Because I feel like when it comes to Gogeta, they have shown, for example, with Gotenks, we have seen Gotenks before, showcasing the power of fusion. And Gotenks lost, even though Goku was hyping the fusion to be the thing that will beat Buu. Gotenks still couldn't do the job. He couldn't finish the job. Even Vegito dominated, but since he had other plans in mind, because the true victory will be to save everyone and not just destroy Buu, he had to lose the fusion. So considering how fusion is set up, and the foreshadowing, and we've seen how powerful it can be, doesn't necessarily make it a Deus Ex Machina, despite it coming off as Deus Ex Machina, because Buu was dominating Goku and Vegeta before they put on the earrings. They put on the earrings, everything shifts, but it doesn't necessarily allow them to win. But we knew about the dance. The dance will obviously not happen in before Buu. Buu is not going to let that happen. And it turns out the Potara fusion is better than the fusion dance. And we just hear of it now in this convenient time. Comes off as a Deus Ex Machina. So really, the more you think about it in other pieces of media, what I'm trying to say is Deus Ex Machinas, I feel like depending on the foreshadowing and the context of them, can be more tolerable and less Deus Ex Machina than they may come off as, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like Dragon Ball with the fusion dance, they did good. There's a lot of foreshadowing, there's a lot of training with the fusion dance, right? It's a technique that we've never heard of. There's a new big bad that we can't deal with. Gohan lost. Fuck, we're screwed. Vegeta lost. Shit. Even though he blew himself up. Shouts out to that boy Vegeta in that cutscene. We got to give that small seconds of respect to that one cutscene, to that one moment in the anime. And then we just hear of this fusion dance out of nowhere. And considering the way it's been applied and the whole concept of fusion can be a bit Deus Ex Machina. But considering the whole plot line and the little subplot of Goten and Trunks training to be able to fuse, it was fine. It was fine. And especially it didn't finish the job. It didn't finish the job. And it feels less Deus Machina. And I feel like Chin Chao is somewhat similar to that. There's a little bit of foreshadowing to her presence. Right. And yeah, it turns out she's very powerful, though. Let's just say it turns out she's really, really powerful. And she did what powerful units do, like some form of divine intervention. And don't forget something very important, by the way. Muyu is not necessarily the big bad, I believe. I feel like he has more in planning for the region as a whole. Now that he has faced that setback, and he probably didn't take into consideration the power of Chin Chao, because I think H Sin is probably going to be his biggest concern, because that is the Sentinel. He's like, we're going to be just fine. Turns out Chin Chao is also a force to be reckoned with. I'm pretty sure now in this patch, where Qinxiao, because she was revealed today, we're going to see her next patch. I think now he's going to take her into consideration in his next evil plan. But we'll see. We'll see. Because, and due to these things, and due to these factors, doesn't strike me much as a Deus Ex Machina as he's trying to demonize that one moment as it, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's more tolerable. I can see his point though, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, huge tangent here. I apologize, but I just had to kind of explain where I'm coming from and how I personally see Deus Ex Machinas as, and when can they work and when they don't necessarily work.
Maybe someone can explain it to me.
'Cause I remember watching JoJo's final battle of Jotaro versus Dio. I was like, what the fuck is going on? When Dio started getting destroyed, I was like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? But there was just a lot more going on that I didn't necessarily understand, and didn't make it less Deus Ex Machina. It's still, to me, by far, considering my favorite animes, that one is the number one Deus Ex Machina, for sure.
Going to be that situation, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's talk about something else, though, because this is the funny bit. People and their lack of media literacy. And people and their LARPing. Inferno over here, who's another one of my haters, right? Does something that I think is really indicative of a lot of people defending this quest. If this was any other person in the world, I would have at least considered listening to his points. So this guy openly admits he's writing a paragraph hit piece on me without even watching anything in the video.
Reminds me of when Saint didn't even watch the 1.2 live stream for NGE, and he's like, I know it's going to be dog shit. Oh, man.
He's deciding to make a paragraph hit piece about me without even knowing what any of my arguments are in the first place.
Oh,
and
boy.
in a similar vein, there are people disliking my video and upvoting critiques on my video without even watching the story. And the thing is, guys,
For sure.
they're worse than story skippers. The people that are defending this quest, critiquing my video, and trying to say that I'm wrong, guys, I have proof they didn't even watch the cutscenes.
I think he's speaking about a particular faction of people that are pushing against what Saint is doing. I feel like for the most part, for normie type of players that have seen Saintontas' video, the issue is obviously going to be what I said right at the start: the aggression towards people that have a different opinion as you, and the attempt to create a general consensus around your own opinion. That's just, yeah, we ain't buying. But I think it's fair criticism, all in all. Like, you do you, man. Yeah, damn.
I've got proof that people skip the cutscenes. I don't have proof that they skip the story, but if they skip the cutscenes, I'm going to assume that they skip the story too, and that just makes their presence in the comments section, their LARPing, it makes it so much worse. So now, let's address the comment. Using AI translation, as a Chinese YouTube viewer Saint who only watches this video, this is where we're going to have to really hone in on some details here. This person starts off by introducing themselves as Chinese using AI translation. That's to build a sense of rapport with players who automatically assume anyone that's Chinese is right. This guy decided to use basically the sort of like metaphorical condom of saying that he's Chinese just to lie about the game.
Well, no, it's to actually press his point more and push it. Like, he creates a lot more validity and a lot more weight to his opinion due to even saying, and a lot of people are actually saying, it's not just saying my boss, I think it was Smack as well. If you're Chinese, you're going to appreciate the story even more because, you know, there's a lot of culture there, which is understandable.
And players, or really LARPers of Wuthering Waves, right, that didn't even play the story and didn't even watch the cutscenes either, guys. They're just agreeing with him because he's saying I'm wrong. And this is how I can verify that this guy is speaking out of his ass. Essentially, one of the points that I make in Wuthering Waves 3.5 is that, like, the idea of Qing Zhao kind of, like, coming in, doing a lot of this stuff and single-handedly turning the tides of a losing battle that we're clearly seeing losing in the cutscenes, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a Deus Ex Machina, especially when the only...
It's based is a little bit of a Deus Ex Machina. My man. There it is. Solved. There it is. That added a bit of a Deus Ex Machina. It's kind of like what I said in my tangent earlier. Makes sense. Yes. 100%. I'm with him there. Yeah. And at that degree, sure. See, here's the thing. See, certain opinions and certain wordings is like the temperature of food. If it's too hot, you can't eat it, even though you like the food. You just need it to be at the right temperature. That's exactly it.
Story involvement this character had in the entire quest prior to her saving the entire battle was this.
Go. I will hold the rear. Paragon Xingqiao, you...
I was going to say she can hold my rear, but I'm going to have to say pause. I don't think I want to do that, so I'll just stay quiet. Maybe even that, maybe just me sharing what I was going to say is actually a bad or a loss, but anyway, it's out there now.
I will go back for the others. Do not worry. But...
That's it. That's it. That was Qing Zhao's involvement in the quest prior to her coming in and effectively 1v9ing everybody. And this is what I said.
Well, hold on. That actually was a lot to me because when I heard that, I was like, God damn, you're just gonna do what the whole army was doing the whole time? You're just gonna solo queue? God damn, you're built different, huh? That's what I thought.
I said it was a bit of a Deus Ex Machina, right? Especially with the whole motif of her, like, literally, like you can just watch the cutscene over here, right?
Until the very end.
Wait, dude, it's so hard to get like proper timestamps with like a with a 5-hour video.
Oh yeah,
right. A Deus Ex Machina literally is described.
Look at that pull up, man. God damn, this is a random pause frame, man. Look at that. Look at that. She farming aura in a random pause frame, bro. God damn.
As a gift from heaven. Like something from heaven that descends and like saves the conflict.
Literally in Dragon Ball, Goku came back from the dead to introduce the fusion. God damn.
Which is like kind of like literally that's the symbolism that she's providing in here.
Yes, that's a divine intervention. 100%. Oh, that's so obvious.
This is the response by somebody who's from CN that really watched all the story and of course watched the whole cutscenes because they told.
Is Super Saiyan a Deus Ex Machina? Because Super Saiyan is something we've heard about all this time, and then when it happens, it's still by far the best anime moment of all time that changed really culture. So it's like, I don't know. Like what really constitutes a good Deus Ex Machina? Because I feel like there's some good Deus Ex Machinas. But I think, see, here's the thing. It goes back to foreshadowing because Super Saiyan works because of, we heard of the legend and the myth of the Super Saiyan, right? And then Vegeta started doubting it's him. It's Goku. You know what I mean? And then we were just there like, oh, okay, whatever you say, man. And then we thought like, maybe a Super Saiyan is just someone that has a strong power level as a Saiyan because Saiyans aren't supposed to reach this degree of power. Like, that's it. But then when the transformation does occur because we had no idea what it was, god damn. You know what I mean? But it's not the same as Jotaro versus Dio because there was no foreshadowing at all. And I feel like for Qin Shao, once again, Saint may definitely push his point further and it adds more weight to him because of the lack of foreshadowing Qin Shao had. Like, we had this one moment. It does show that she's a force to be reckoned with. Like, she's gonna hold off the entire opposition that the army is facing. That's quite defeat, but it's not enough screen time for us to absorb the foreshadowing of how powerful Qin Shao truly is. But then again, I think maybe it was done on purpose because the story would have lost a lot more weight because it's like, well, where's Qin Shao at? Like, you could just bring her in, which is, again, the problem with Deus Ex Machina characters because it's like, those characters are so powerful, they just remove the problem. It's why I kind of have an issue with Broly, for example, in Dragon Ball becoming a good guy. Because if Broly becomes a good guy, and he's obviously more powerful than Goku and Vegeta, well, when we have the next threat, it doesn't matter. Broly, just throw Broly at it. And if Broly fails, you guys are clearly going to fail too.
I have to say something regarding your take on Qing Zhao being a Deus Ex Machina, because that's not what she is at all. Qing Zhao was already there before her cutscene, and she had been fighting the machine since Act 1. And when Yang Yang saw her, which the game literally showed.
By the way, I love this conversation, how we can just nerd it out.
So, guys, does it seem like Qing Zhao was at the battle the whole time, based off of this? Or does it seem like Qing Zhao was really far away, then came to the battle to save the day in the quest? That's the first bit.
She was far
media
away.
Lack of literacy, that's very clear. This guy in the comment section is implying she was actually there the whole time, when it's actually shown that she actually says herself she's going far away to lead them away and is going to go back to the party later. So that's actually how Qing Zhao's written in the quest. She comes back to save them, literally. That's what she says she's going to do. And then Qing Zhao also said, guys, she didn't arrive in time. She should have came earlier. Yeah, she says she should have came earlier too. So that's the point. She was not there the whole time.
For sure.
So that's the first bit of a literal lie.
Because if she was there the whole time, why wouldn't you intervene as fast as possible? Because you're not that divine. She has divine attributes, but she's not the Sentinel.
And just so you know, there are 345 individuals already who have upvoted a comment filled with lies just because the guy said he was Chinese. That's
there it
what's
is.
Going on. The guy said he's Chinese in the comment section and then just lied.
The framing is important.
I don't know what to call that other than astroturfing, genuinely. Next lie. Also, she didn't even fix anything. I don't even... Okay. And this
Whatever
is the part
there,
where
man.
you know the guys are just outright lying about the cutscenes. She also didn't even fix anything, and even while she was throwing swords at the machines, people were still getting killed by the machines, so she didn't even save anyone or solve the situation. Guys, let's rewatch the cutscene. This is before she arrives, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? I'll tell you the moment that Qing Zhao arrives to the battlefield. Because in the moments directly preceding this, right, what do we see? We're struggling. This ain't good. We're
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She's not here yet, by the way. She's still descending from heaven. Look how far away she is from any auto puppets, Zonfang soldiers, or really anything. She is not close to the battlefield yet. That's the implication. She's like speeding in like a missile bullet. She's not there yet, though. And so the battle's ongoing. Nobody knows Qing Zhao is coming yet because she is the Deus Ex Machina. This guy is shown fucking everything up to show how crazy the auto puppet force is.
God damn.
And now she's here. Qing Zhao has arrived. The Deus Ex Machina is here. So now, guys, let's see. Are people still getting killed by the machines? Because she just started throwing swords. There weren't any swords in the battlefield at all until right now. Let's see if a single Zonfang soldier even dies, bro, from this point onward. Because that's what he's saying. He said there are soldiers dying left and right. This is the comment that got upvoted 340 times, guys. Any dead soldiers?
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Do you see any soldiers dying? I only see TDs and auto puppets dying.
Well, I'm surprised some of the soldiers aren't caught in the crossfire. God damn.
Any dead soldiers?
The moment has come. Let's bring this experiment to its end.
Oh, wait. The cutscene's
How
over.
is he
We
not
didn't see
Christopher?
another single soldier
Go,
die,
Chicho.
and now we're in a dialogue where we debrief the fight and they go to the next sequence.
Bro, Jinsei, she mocked Jinsei so bad.
The conflict is over, and not a single soldier died.
Jinsei needs
The
that glow
second
up.
Qing Zhao enters the battlefield and her swords parry an enemy, not a single Zonfang soldier dies, and everyone gets saved. That is literally what happens in the quest. And like I said before, that is what is shown in the cutscene. But the guy just outright says in a 350 upvoted comment, people were still getting killed by the machines. Guys, this is the level of LARPing that is going on when it comes to defending this quest. People are just lying about what happened, not even in the quest or the dialogues. They're lying about what happened.
Well, hold on. There was this other part. Let's do our homework. We're going to do our homework. Because at some point, she says, my sword can't hold on to that.
I should have come sooner.
No shit.
The censure court. It's growing.
Who you? He's probably hiding that one.
Soldiers are in trouble. Hold on. So
Hiding that one.
let's observe that one scene. Okay, so swords. These are actually swords attacking these. So the machine died. Aha. So actually, dude, Qin Chao is so god damn. How powerful actually are you? She's talking and she's passively attacking and destroying the machines, helping people. Yeah, okay, so there's just more saving.
Fiercer by the moment. My sword formations will not
There it
hold
is.
long.
Yeah. So this is what I remembered. So I just remembered it poorly because actually there was more. Because I thought like maybe one of them died or something, like just to show that it's still going down. But no, that was just actually another scene of Qin Shao aura farming.
We must end this quickly. If you can find the one pulling the strings, go. Strike the root of this evil.
The Paragon is right. Yang Yang, Rover, you two go. We will manage here. This ground will hold long enough, God. That is a promise.
Okay, so more machines spawned before they left. But we're not worried because we just saw what Qin Shao can do. Qin Chao can do.
Be careful. I know. Let's go, Rover.
Yeah, and that's it. So, and I don't think we see Chin Chao after that at all. It's all Yang Yang. Uh, yeah, there it is, man. There it is. So yeah, no. Technically, she is just that powerful. She controlled the field that drastically.
This has sort of kind of like become, I think, a new meta for a lot of people, where I think this quest was actually so long, a lot of people just skipped it and pretended
No,
that
you can misremember. It's kind of like what I had here, because like I remembered when she said my swords aren't gonna hold very long or something. That other stuff was happening there too. So I had to confirm for myself. Like after she showed up, is it still going down? Are soldiers still dying? I remember seeing a scene, which I did, but it was it negative or positive? I just had to confirm again because well, that's just a random scene that I didn't know it was gonna be a topic of conversation later.
they played
Goddamn.
it so that they could say it's good. I don't know what else to say about this. I really think they skipped it and pretended to play it and then are just saying it's good so they can be involved in the discussion. They're literally LARPing having played the story. Because I don't understand how you kind of like get to the point where you're this deeply entrenched in one of the most misinformation-fueled comments ever.
Oh,
Guys,
snap.
there are people like in here trying to support it, and this is the thing. I addressed every single one of those points in this comment section over here, but because he said he's Chinese, he can just lie, and naturally, if I have evidence that I'm getting brigaded over here on comments posted 1 minute ago, how much brigading do you think is going on with this one? So that's the situation, ladies and gentlemen, regarding this quest. I think it's a bit of a shit show, right? And especially when you can tell that there are numerous CC communities as well, right? Let's just take a look at the name over here. Opal. I'm not watching this shit, bro. And then they're kind of like seen asking to like mass dislike my videos in Neon Infinity's Discord.
Wait, what? I feel like I'd get too angry watching the video. I can try to screen record it for the people who do not watch it on YouTube. Excuse me? I can try to screen record it for the people who do not want to watch it on YouTube. I don't know if it'll work though. It shows up on my recommendation page. Make sure to dislike it. For you page is already cooked then. This reminds me of that H3 and the freaking what was her name? Denims and those crazy bitches. Oh wow. See, a lot of you guys like to hate on Saints, but you guys are such bad ops. You just make it look good.
Mass dislike my videos in Neon Infinity's Discord. Yeah, that's a little bit rough, isn't it? So basically, I have proof that CC's Discords are actually asking to mass brigade my vid. I have proof that CC
It's just one. It's not multiples.
Discords are asking to mass brigade my vid. I see mass brigaded posts, then people accusing me of deleting posts when I'm just deleting mass brigaders, and then they're editing their comments afterwards. Bro, these guys are fucking losers. So when I can clearly go in, and when any
We can go with him there. Yeah, that's quite the loser behavior. People are losing aura the more this goes on. That's for sure. Except for us, of course, because we have that level-headed normie approach. We're just spectating, like the good people we are.
actually tries to legitimately address my point,
We appreciate you saying, "God damn."
just outright lying
For the
and I can
entertainment.
provably- I can prove that brigades are upvoting comments that are just filled with bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care about the dislikes. I don't care about the downvotes because I'm a content creator who's able to farm anything. And as you can see, this pie over here, the filling, all the bullshit, it wasn't put in by me. It was put in by all the astroturfers over here who are actually just lying in the comments section. And I get to call it out, bring the receipts, and just farm it all again in the process. So it's nice being on the right side of history again, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably going to be one of the most popular videos regarding the story from here on out, simply because it's like actually provoking a real discussion. And of course, while
It's just the mannerism, and it's just the attacking and the general consensus. That's just it. Like nothing more, nothing less.
it's doing that, we're also bringing out the most mentally retarded.
You know what's funny is that people can't even the reason why I keep mentioning this is because I need people to start recognizing things so that way they do not behave in a way that keeps perpetuating the very sentiment they have an issue with. Because when you fight fire with fire, you're just gonna create a forest fire. Like, we're just gonna have more fire. Like, you're complaining about fire, you want to beat fire, but you just use fire. Like, yeah, sure, it's good on paper and it feels emotionally right, but doesn't mean we're gonna get the result you want, which is a shame, really. And again, like, people like saying they can farm that and it's good for them. Kind of like what this comment here is saying is, if I remember, people don't understand drama doesn't bring Unk's career, drama makes Unk's career. It's like, what are you guys even trying to do here?
Of the community at the same time, and then putting them on blast.
I mean, more power to Saints. Like, don't hate the player, hate the game. But it's like, come on, ladies and gentlemen, for fuck's sake. That's why I keep saying these people are lost souls. They are. They are. And Saint can take advantage of them if he wants to. A lot of people are taking advantage of people like this in the internet. That's kind of why the algorithm pushes negativity typically, because it gets an emotional reaction. It makes people engaged. And the algorithm wants just that. Hence why a lot of the drama content is so popular. So if you want to stop that, you're going to have to behave a little bit more disciplined and more level-headed, that's for sure. And the first step to do that is to at least acknowledge what's being thrown at you and acknowledge you have a responsibility towards that type of stuff. It's key.
This is what I'm going to do next, because I've adequately covered this entire comment. I've adequately covered this entire situation. It's filled with misinfo. It's astroturfed. It's upvoted way beyond where it should be because of the lies. And I'm going to do what every CC should do when you get a post like this.
Yeah, it's that easy.
I'm going to hide that one. Why? Because it's filled with lies. It's filled with misinfo. It incorrectly summarizes the cutscene of the quest, and it's only there to garner hate for me in my comment section with misinformation. Why would I keep that comment up when I literally dismantled everything in it live for you to show that the person who made the comment was lying? That's bullshit. And those are the types of comments that I delete. Now, the last thing that I'm going to address is
I
this
feel like I'm having deja vu here. Is it just me?
idea that I'm actually even banning people who prove me wrong. Let me show you in my video an example of who I ban. And this is truly going to be, I think, like the best example of it. All right. Surely he responded, right? Like surely I'm going to go into and I'm going to see a response on his profile around channel activity. Dude, this guy is so idiotic. That's called world building, you fucking idiot. So that was his comment history. And so I asked this guy, what is world building? What is the world building you're talking about? And why am I an idiot? He didn't answer any of those questions. So this guy's chat history is him just insulting me.
The framing, the power framing of streamers by taking advantage of certain vocal idiots like these. Oh, jeez. So powerful.
I asked him at Bear, this is bannable in the first place, just so you know.
Yeah, his mannerisms is crazy. It's like, what? Relax. Why are you calling me an idiot and all that?
If a streamer bans somebody without even addressing them, right? They're fully in their right to just ban this guy because they're calling me an idiot for no reason. Because they literally didn't provide one. I give this guy a chance to explain himself. He does it, and then I ban him. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the types of people that get banned on my channel. But they've decided to say that I'm banning people who prove me wrong. And their evidence of that is them editing their own comments after the fact, when the comments that they're saying got deleted are literally still there. Guys, the comments that they're saying are deleted.
I feel like that's not the full picture, but, you know, Sane does what Sane does.
Are literally still there. That's the insane fucking
Because I don't think people are that crazy. I think there is some truth to what they're saying. It's just that no one thinks a few steps ahead and takes and have proof for what they want to present. That's what I think. Because there's no way they're just that unhinged and they're just gonna make this amount of lies. Because I've seen Sane ban people for not much of a reason, right? Like, you have 10 seconds to tell me this or you're banned. What? What are you talking about, man? Go fuck your... What? 10 seconds? What are we? And like, I have to disarm a bomb? We're just talking about a video game that sells... We're in Loserville. Like, what are you trying to do here, bucko? Jesus. So for that type of stuff, like, I can see how this could be a reality, considering some of the behavior I've seen in the past. But we still need more proof for the people that like to post this particular type of agenda.
That's the 3.5 situation, ladies and gentlemen. That's the mass dislike situation. And I've got to say, I've got no issues with it. Because there's a lot of individuals calling this a gotcha smack situation. I did not get drunk and then sexualize like the daughter equivalent of Rover for like 5 hours. And
this is why people don't like you. This is why people keep coming after you. But then again, maybe that's what you want. So, you know what? More power to you.
And then say everyone else who disagreed with me was a fatherless retard. I didn't do that. Like, that's what gotcha smack.
Such poor mannerism. So fucking rude. So disrespectful. So disrespectful, so toxic. Jesus.
I didn't do that. I said the quest had bad pacing and it was kind of boring in the village. Those aren't at the same level. There are people saying that I'm the next Genocide. Guys, I didn't have an enviosity moment where I said I spent more money than other people and I played the game more, and that's why I'm right and everyone else is wrong. I provided facts, receipts, and like actual in-game evidence to talk about my points. I also didn't like do a fucking like Dougie on my viewers and then like say I'm going to Kurofest and then like call them worthless people who should like re-roll or something IRL. And then start playing the fucking bongo drums on my fucking desk. You're equating a 1-hour video that is at its core filled with literal receipts to like guys that are either intoxicated or like intoxicated on their own farts, like Genocide. What are we doing here? The situations aren't even close. And that's why, guys, there are so actual like few losses to me or like actual like real drama posts being made. Because people watch my video and they're like, oh, his points are actually very reasonable. But then you also see the large number of downvotes. And we've proven those are from people that are just lying. 350 people actually that were upvoting a comment that was just filled with lies. Because how many of those 350 people, guys, do you think downvoted the video? If they're going to upvote a comment that's just lied 3 times in the first paragraph about a cutscene in the story. Guys, people LARPed about watching a cutscene. They LARPed watching they got the summary of the cutscene wrong.
Yeah, they should have paid more attention.
The quest was fun. He crashed out because he's retarded. So your statement is Saint's wrong, and the reason why is because he's wrong.
I have another one.
Is that truly what you wanted to do with your stay today? Is just Saint's wrong because he's retarded? That's the argument here.
It's not brigaded. The quest was fun. He crashed out because he's now glazing himself for getting a dislike ratio that bad and deleting every comment that calls him out for brigading. What is he talking about there? Anyway.
He's wrong because he's retarded. And after Saint bans me, I'll go tell everyone, guys, look, Saint banned me because I proved him wrong. Guys, look, I got Saint. He banned me. Look, I called him retarded, and then he banned me. I proved him wrong. Fucking got him. The thumbnail alone is wrong. Oh, the thumbnail where my thumbnail says they removed the skip button, and then I show you in the quest they removed the skip button?
No, they did remove the skip button for some parts, for sure.
You mean that? Where they removed the skip button over
Not
here?
entirely.
In the thumbnail, I say the skip button's gone, and the skip button's
The skip button does exaggerate, that's for sure. But that's the YouTube game.
On the quest? Is that what you're saying is the misinfo? It's me showing that the skip button's gone.
Not excusing, not defending, just explaining.
And it is.
I gotta keep giving that disclaimer,
So,
right,
like,
Chad?
Where's the misinformation here? Come on, man, you're up. Man, you're representing Skull CJ, you're representing Genocide, you're representing Gotcha Smack, Captain Cabinets. Bro, the entire faith of the Special Avengers is upon you, bro. Don't let them down like this. Come on. You gotta say it. Say the words. I am retard man. All right, no, he didn't live up to it. Those are the people defending this quest. Bro, what is this? And the last thing that we'll be doing today is, of course, addressing the biggest, dumbest, baldest bitch in the room, Tectone's third sequence node. Actually,
Whether you like Saint or hate him, one cannot deny he got bars. Yeah, this boy got bars. He got bars, man. He got bars. I thought Legion quit Gotcha. What happened? Wait, why is he weighing in on the situation? I mean, it's engagement. That's fair game. You know, game's game. But I thought like he just left this type of conversations behind and not want to weigh in on them anymore. Okay, so I guess he's just not doing it on YouTube, but he does it on Twitter, huh? Makes sense. I mean, people that are Twitter whipped, they can't seem to help themselves in terms of stuff like that. So anyway, I think you guys know what I was probably gonna say. I'm just not gonna say it. We're probably all thinking it.
Fifth one, the most useless ones in the kit, Legion's Gaming.
God damn.
From what I saw from the comments is, oh, and of course he's responding to some shit about me. So first things first, Legions didn't watch my video, he just read the comments, which we've established are filled with misinformation.
Hey Legion, you shouldn't let him talk to you like that, man. Yes, I'm being a bit of a shit disturber lately, Chad. Sue me.
And lies. And so let's see if Legions bought into the actual bullshit that's in the comment section that's filled with misinfo and lies. Let's check it out over here, guys. From what I saw in the comments is he hates the story because there's no hyper orifari moments and shits on anyone who likes it.
What? No, it's because there is a lot of that.
That's incorrect, Legions. And if you had simply looked at a single point in my 1-hour video, you would actually see, Legions, the stuff I'm talking about is story-locked content where you actually can't leave and go do things like dailies, farm task fields, or anything like that. You actually get dragged back to the location. That's actually what I'm saying is objectively bad in the quest. But, Yeah, no, that's definitely related to hype and ore farming. So basically, this dumb retard over here.
No, because if correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he complained that there was just it's all about aura farming and stuff. Like the plot lines aren't really clicking. It's just an excuse for people to aura farm and do stuff like that. That's what if I remember was his complaint. Unless I misunderstood, unless I'm unking the fuck out right now.
Frame 1, because they didn't even try looking at the video. They just read comments that are filled with misinfo and lies, as we just proved, and then he got misled by them because he's like a fucking sheep. Maybe he fucks sheep too. I don't know. Guys, this is
Sorry, I lagged for a bit.
the level of media illiteracy and retardation that is currently filling the space, and I just want to expose you to one of the dumbest motherfuckers of them all. This is the last part I need to address about this, like, pathetic motherfucker, bro. Like, I've never heard somebody, like, bro, the amount of self-affirmation over here just makes me think that this guy is the biggest pussy ever. Like, bro, I feel like he needs to pay people on Fiverr to, like, tell him it's going to be okay. Read this shit. A lot of these CCs take this shit so serious, especially when they aren't making much money to be acting the way that they do. Legions, I make more money than you. Shut up, you fucking bitch. Since I started ignoring them and focusing on myself, I've lost 35 pounds.
Well, you guys can go band for band. Y'all like to talk all this shit. You should go band for band. Like, why y'all talking like little boys hiding behind your screens? How about you showcase that band for band action? No, I'm saying, yeah, my shit disturber level have gone off the charts, Chad. That's right.
What? Okay, proof. Spent more time with family, found a better job, moving to another
That's so easy to do. Like, he can easily prove that. That's so easy to do.
state and new home to better my life. Bro, if you were actually doing these things, you wouldn't need to fucking tell people. Like,
I was just about to say it. And another point of advice, I think that's very important for people like Legions here. When you have these big of moves in your life, it's best to be quiet about them. People can notice. Just be quiet about them. Because maybe sometimes when you talk about some of the good, it can amplify some of the misery some other people have. Because people can like to auto compare. There's just kind of in our default setting. Some people don't, but a lot of people do. And sometimes they don't hate you. Some will get envious and jealous of you, sure. But sometimes it's just this like, man, God, can I have that too? Because now I'm reminded of what could be, and look at what I have. It sucks. It feels more painful. Sometimes just, you help people around you through just remaining quiet. It helps. But see, I've noticed Legions like to do this a lot. He talks a lot about money, how much money he makes, how much money other people make. He talks about himself to grandstand over on people. This is a repetitive trend that he has been doing for years. I don't know why he behaves this way. It's such an aura loss. I think he's bigger than that, literally. I'm blind, Legions. I'm blind. But yeah, man, I don't know why he frames himself this way. I get it. It will work on certain people online because a lot of people are miserable and don't have even half of what you're saying. True. But I feel like this just attracts, because like you're just showing cheese. This is that cheesy stuff, and you will only attract rats. That's going to be your community. That's going to be the people that look up to you. I don't think you want that type of audience anymore. I think he's fun. He's doing great. I think his channel is doing fan-freaking-tastic. He's moving up. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. Look at that. It's such a healthy fucking channel. It's doing great. I'm looking at shorts here as well. Okay, I guess they need a little bit more work here, but all in all, I think it's great. Especially long forms, they're doing pretty darn good. I hear he's big on TikTok and stuff as well. So he also has anime. It's like Legion is doing his thing. I don't know why he feels the need to grandstand on people the moment he can easily have an easy dunk on them through taking advantage of a hate trend towards a certain individual. It feels so off-putting to me. I don't know why he behaves this way. He's a good dude. I like Legions. I think he's a good dude. He's just that he sometimes gets lost in the sauce online. I feel like Twitter affects him very negatively. He is aware that he still hasn't managed to beat that problem. I really wish he could just overcome some of the poor habits he has gotten over the years.
bro, fact check. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Bro, who the fuck needs to like tell people that they're doing good? Bro, just do good. I assume you're not actually doing good because you got to pretend you are. You're LARPing. Probably LARPing like you LARPed watching my video. Oh, wait, you just read the comments. Bro, you're probably LARPing losing weight. Shut up. That's the dynamic going on right now. So just be aware of that. We're probably going to farm this again in the future, and it's going to be a fun one.
And we'll be right there again.
As you're all aware, I'm a jack of all trades. And,
Based.
well, this is right up my alley. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.
Hey, you got it, man. You got it. Well, goddamn, man. Goddamn. This took a turn that I did not expect with Legion making a cameo appearance here. That was shocking. That was shocking. But so yeah, there it is, man. I think the faction of the people that are pushing back at Saint, that Saint has exposed, is definitely not helping the case of let's just say what Saint is suggesting here. 100%. And I think Saint, that is an easy dunk, and I think he should. I'm with Saint on this one. This type of response isn't necessarily healthy. But what I do find funny is that it's fine to do unto others, but not to be done unto you, right? That's a bit of hypocrisy over there that I strongly encourage Saint to maybe take a small step back, review everything, and maybe, just maybe, help prevent this very mannerism that's being thrown at you. Because sometimes, well, not sometimes, this obviously is just a mirror being held up at you, and you can see how annoying it can be. And we can say the same considering how you can go about certain things. I think ultimately, once again, the points presented, like the Deus Ex Machina earlier, there's some, it definitely made me think about other pieces of media. That's a good, a critique towards the thing, and what makes a Deus Ex Machina good or not made me think that's good. This is entertaining. This is good content. This is a good conversation to be had. We get to nerd the fuck out. That's what we're here for. We keep forgetting, but that's what you're here for, boy. You're here. This is what you're here for, girl. You're here to nerd the fuck out. That's what I'm saying. This is some good stuff. But also the critique of the skip button, locking, teleportation, stuff like that. Very important key points as well. But all in all, I feel like the rest of the stuff, it's all the perspective. Once again, the mannerism that's being triggered through your mannerism is fair game, really. It shouldn't happen, but here we are. I mean, it is the internet. You can't expect everybody to be disciplined and be aware and have the proper mannerism to interact with such negative suggestions and negativity thrown at them. So this is gonna happen, and sometimes it's because of you. It's not because of how stupid some people can be. Sometimes because of how triggering you are on purpose for them to come at you that way. And you can't necessarily, well, you can expose them. That's still a good reminder of where we at, because some people do behave a little, you know what I'm saying, kind of like him in a way, but at least he's incentivized to do so, monetarily speaking. But the others are just doing that for the sake of, lost people behavior. I would call them losers, but I don't think they're losers. I think they're just lost. One day they're gonna wake up from this, because we've seen this phenomena happen in the Genshin space. And guess what happened to the Genshin space? A lot of people that we used to see behave that way started healing. They grew up, they matured, and they dropped the, let's just say, the extent of passion they once had towards conversations about a video game that sells anime, girl. It diminishes tremendously, where they don't feel as emotionally driven to behave the way they used to behave, because they know better now, finally. But that's just me, though. That's just me. I think all in all, it's still a good social conversation. You guys know me with this type of conversation. That's my stuff. And so, yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Be seeing you.